What's up, everybody? John Delarose here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction, coming at you with another video, something interesting today. While I'm quarantine here, of course, I've been exploring content apps and all that. And one of them is the DC Universe app. The reason I wanted to get the DC Universe app is just because mainly of comic books. And I wanted to go through, I was pretty annoyed on DC's actual I would say history of producing collected editions. I need to stop saying you guys need to start calling me on this so I can get a little better content on here. I'm going to try to up my game with what I'm doing here. So I'll just pause instead of saying it'll make me sound smarter, right? But anyways, DC Universe, for their collected editions, what they do is they often come out with products and then don't finish the lines, or they just solicit products and don't actually come out with them. And I was reading DC's Supergirl, as you know, right here. I've been doing lots of reviews on it, so you can go through the channel and find those. And it ended with their collected editions around here, like issue 39, 40, somewhere in there. And I knew this was an 80-issue series of Peter David's work. And I wanted to catch up because there's a mini series at the end. It kind of is a coda, something different, that has a trade paperback for these 6 issues, but all of this is not collected in between. So I figured, you know what the heck? I will go through and I will check it out and check out the interface and all the books and all that, and just go in and do my thing. Now, I have some happy things to report about the way the comics work. You can actually load up the comics on your TV and pull them into panel view like Comixology. I'm just going to show you the panel view real quick, just how this works. Kind of just scroll through. There's actually panel view, and you see it is very large and all that. You pull it up on your phone, you pull it up on the TV, you pull it up on your computer. Kind of nice. The TV aspect of that is really cool. I really enjoyed reading the Action Comics #1 with the first appearance of Superman on my giant TV and have that be high res so I can look at the cool art in that. The problem with it, though, is you start reading through and you get into, say you're in issue 43. At the end of it on your phone app, it will ask you if you want to read issue number 44, and you can go into that and keep continuing reading. Now, sometimes it doesn't work and it just ends it and it pulls you out of the app, and you have to go back in and find the series again. And there's actually no great way to just continue reading. When you go into your app here, into My DC, say you just read issue number 38, it will just pull up issue number 38 for you. Even if you were at the end of it, it didn't offer up issue number 39, you won't be able to get to 39 from here. So it's actually pretty painful to read unless you saved the series here, which I did for this particular series because it's one of the things I was going to read, and then go find it. And then you have to scroll through all these issues if it's a long series. So there is a little glitch there. Sometimes it's also really slow to load. And then the other criticism I have is that it doesn't always save across app. So say I was in issue 38 and I've been reading for several issues. Well, I could go on my TV app and look at my profile there, and it might tell me I'm on issue 34 and not remember that I was in issue 38 on my phone app. So I will have to go find the issue again and all that. It's a little thing, but it is a pain in the butt when you're trying to like scroll through a quick series like I have been doing. The other thing that I was interested in, of course, was the movies and TV. And I went through, and there's some cool stuff in here, like the Superman movie. There's the Batman, the animated series. Of course, I wanted to watch with the kids. A lot of animated series stuff from over the years, which is pretty nice. And we have gone through some of that, and it's been pretty fun. However, DC doesn't have most of its movies out. So it's like if you have Disney Plus, any of the movies that came out last year or the year before, or whatever, Disney's got on your Disney Plus app, and you've got most of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. But on here, can't watch Wonder Woman. You can't watch Aquaman. I don't think they have Justice League or the Superman Batman movie. And those aren't that new. They just have, and they don't even have all of their animated movies in here. They just have a few of them. So their selection is pretty limited in terms of the movies, which is a little bit upsetting. Is what it is. Of course, then you get into their original content. And as far as that goes, they have some original content. They have, this is the Birds of Prey TV show from 2002. Does anybody remember that? Jeez, that's funny. I should start reviewing some of these old shows that nobody remembers. But they have 4 shows right now, so not a ton of content. And this is not going to keep people entertained for very long. It's like it's the same thing with Disney Plus. Like, they really banked on The Mandalorian, and they didn't really put much else in terms of good content on their app. And so they are just relying on that one show to kind of get them, I guess, while they get up and going. But from what I can tell of DCU, what I understand is they are maybe even going to be shutting this down. So Swamp Thing, they already canceled. Titans is a hot mess and garbage. Doom Patrol is very good. I've been watching that. And then Stargirl is very good. I've been watching that also. But that's not that much content. I mean, you've got 15 episodes. That's going to last me a week. You know, I'm going to be able to go through my free trial period and finish off every series that's new and different. Now, I am interested in watching some of these old things like Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. So, you know, Dean Cain seems to be pretty cool. So, you know, I want to watch his stuff. I don't know that I want to go. I might want to go all the way back to the 50s. This was a pretty good show, as I recall, from being a kid. I don't know about some of these other things, though. So that's that. But they don't have a lot of the newer content, like I said. On the other series end, I believe they do have the CW series. Do they? Did they have the? Is this it? Maybe they don't. I thought they had the CW series, like The Flash or whatever, on here, but I don't see it. Movies and TV. Let's go check again. Like I said, the app's a little hard to navigate, which makes things a little tough and not very fun. They do have a pretty interesting DC Universe sort of deal where they actually interview some of the comic creators, so it is a little more comic focused. And as far as the comics go, they have an extensive library. The only problem is it's really hard to find what you want because they just have this whole legendary titles and, you know, whatever they're promoting at the week gets on here, but not a really great way of organizing things for you to actually find things. You got eras, I guess. I guess you can search decently, but I feel like it could be a little more user-friendly than what it is. Overall, though, the content on the app, as far as comics goes, is second to none. This is way better than Comixology Unlimited, from what I've read on there. This is way better than the Marvel app. They really have put a lot of their old content on here that you can pretty much read for free. I mean, if you're subscribed. And that's very nice, especially for someone like me who's going through and wants to read some stuff that hasn't been reprinted, like the New Adventures of Superboy. That's not reprinted anywhere. The Supergirl series from the 70s, not reprinted anywhere. Those sort of things don't get collections, and DC cancels their collections often. So it's nice to be able to do that. The interface is pretty tough. I like the panel view and all that for reading comics. That's pretty nice. It's very handy on the phone. But I wish it was a little more consistent about the issues going into the next issue so that I could keep reading without having to go back and search through the series again. So there's minor inconsistencies with the platform that could be fixed pretty easily. I think the user interface needs to be a little more user-friendly to find stuff. And that's for the TV shows, too. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the Flash is on here, or at least it was last week, I swear. Maybe I'm crazy. But TV and movies. Let's see. The Flash. I thought it was on here. They don't even have their typical DCU stuff on here. That's kind of crazy. Oh, well. What can you do? Hard to search for stuff, as I said. But the content is pretty good on the comics end. The shows are all right from what I've seen. Stargirl, my one complaint, I guess, is that it's not very family friendly. They've kind of moved to this TVMA setup for superhero stuff, which is, you know, these are kids' stories. So it is really cringy to see some of these characters dropping F-bombs and things like that. Stargirl is at least TV-14, so I can say that with some older kids, it's okay content so far. I haven't seen anything bad. I actually like that they have a positive family dynamic within the series. It's kind of nice as a change. But they do just add in some low-level swear words just to, make it edgier periodically, which can get a little bit annoying. But that's that. I'll review Stargirl actually separately because that's coming out weekly, and that seems to be a decent thing. As far as an app, it's okay. There's better content out there. I think Disney Plus really crushes it as far as that goes. There's a lot of, I like family positive content, and there's lots of old stuff like the DuckTales shows and things like that on there, which I enjoy. Netflix still has the best user interface. It's the easiest to navigate, I feel like. What else have I gone through? Crunchyroll, of course, has tons of anime content. So, but of course, that's one of the hardest ones to actually find what you're looking for on there. I guess if you know what you're searching for, it's easy to find, but it is difficult to find things that you also might like on there. This just doesn't have enough movie and TV content to do that, but the comic content is pretty good on that front. It's better than Comixology Unlimited. So I'd give this like a 7 out of 10 overall. It's serviceable, but it could use a lot of improvement on the app front, and it needs more television content, and it needs to have an easier way to navigate through comic titles so that you can really read what you want to read. All right, has anybody else had this app and experienced it? Let me know. I will talk to you soon. Hit the like and subscribe button. Let's not forget to do that, guys. I need to just keep saying that at the beginning of the videos, right? So how did I do on the ums? I know I did put a couple in there. Let me know on that too. I'm trying my hardest to get that out of my vocabulary. If you have any tips for that, I'd appreciate it also. See you guys.